For this video, we're going to learn how to enter some activities in our journal. What we'll start with is we've already logged in and we're on our page that shows up when we first log in. We can either click on the tab up top which says journal, or we can click on the journal down here. It's the same place. All right, so what we see on this page is that you can enter from your classroom activities that you might be doing. You can enter your work experiences. You can enter for activities you do when you're an FFA officer or in a committee activity, community service, competitions, and other activities, which would also include non-FFA activities. But it would include FFA activities such as banquets, conventions, workshops, those things. And then we have another spot here. It talks about parliamentary procedure and speeches and non-ag activities. Those are special for the Nebraska FFA state degree. Let's go ahead and start with community service activities. Imagine you did maybe a highway cleanup with a 4-H club. So instead of entering all of your FFA ones here, this is mostly for non-FFA community service activities, or ones that will not count towards your FFA leadership points. We'll go ahead and say the West Holt 4-H is the group we were serving with, perhaps, and then the activity. We need to have a good description of the activity. Did highway cleanup. You did that for 3 hours. It's really that simple. So you can just click that in there, save it, or if you have more, you can put save another. So let's just hit save for this time. Now it takes you back to this screen. Well, let's imagine we had gone to the District Ag Ed events and we had competed in agri-science. So we want to enter that in. We'll have to find the date. A lot of times activities we compete in are already on the calendar. And most of the individual competitions that, like the District Ag Ed, where there's lots of several different events, we won't have those enter the calendar. So if I click on that, that takes me here. So agri-science is what we competed in. We're just going to type it in here. Type, find the type. Agri-science is right there. Level. We were in the district, we said. And then we could put in here blue ribbon or whatever perhaps you placed. Third place team. Whatever placing you might have or description of the activity. And then how long did that take? Perhaps it was a 1-hour activity. So we can't click save. Maybe we have a second activity. We can't save it and enter another. So it brings us back here. We could put another one in, or we can change the category. Perhaps we wanted to put in that we were at the FFA banquet. That would be an other FFA related activity. So we can see that from this page or from the main journal page. Click on there, it'll take us to a different one. All right, you'll see that something's already entered for those dates. So let's find the chapter banquet. It was held on the 25th. There, it's already in the calendar, so we don't have to type it in. So type, I think we'll call a banquet a meeting, and level is chapter. And you can put in if you earn any awards, or you can put it here, or you don't have to put anything. Star green hand. And 2 hours. Save that, take you back to this main page. That's where we'll see those activities. Now, perhaps you want to enter in some other events, such as, let's click this one here. Let's say we had you're out for track. So we could put other activities here. We just pick a random date. Maybe track started on the 20th of March. West Holt track team. And involvement in non-FFA activities. track team. Okay, I don't know what you want to put there. And then you have hours. I'm not sure the hours are important here. You don't have to put in hours on all of these activities. If I'm doing a high school sport, I probably won't write the hours in. Let's go ahead and hit save, and we'll show you somewhere else. I could have put that in this area here too. It says other activities. You'll notice it asks for parliamentary law, ag-related speeches, and non-ag time. So for our state degree, we have to have completed so many hours of activities. We have to have completed parliamentary procedures and given speeches. So if you have an ag speech from class or from a competition, or if you compete in any parliamentary procedure, you can put that in this area. So perhaps in class you gave a speech. Speech on wind power. All right, so you gave a speech, and it's a 6-minute speech on a topic. So 6-minute wind power speech, whoa, spell, for natural resources class. And if you think you put in several hours on it, you could do that. So that's where we would enter those things. It's real easy. Those would be our basics. If you have a committee that you had a committee meeting you worked on, you could enter it here. If you're an officer and you have officer meetings and activities, you can enter those there. That's the basics. Just continue to enter those activities as you participate, and your record book will look good. When you're done, if you want to check to see if you entered everything, you can click here where it says review your journal entries, and they'll all come up. Once in a while we accidentally enter something twice, or if you wanted to add a little bit to it, you could click edit, and you can change the date if maybe you accidentally put the wrong date, if you wanted to add more in, or you can delete the entry if you feel like you have it in twice. All right. That's all.